Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a bit of a transitional for Everlane edit and sharing some of the pieces that I think will take you from fall into winter. But then there's also a couple of pieces that I think will be appropriate if you're in the southern hemisphere like I am and you're headed into warmer weather. Most of these pieces aren't new. A lot of them I've had for quite a few years at this point, and they're tried and tested, and I know that I really love them and wear them in my wardrobe. And some of these pieces are also new, and I thought I'll share my first impressions with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe for more, and yeah, let's get started. So first thing first is the Wool Academy blazer. And I spoke a little bit about this time last year when I got it. It's one of those pieces where on the hanger I don't think it's incredibly inspiring, but every time I take it out to wear it, I realize, you know, I fall in love with it all over again. So if I put it on, you'll see that it fits quite well, especially on me as a more petite girl. I've never had to tailor this, which is rare when it comes to blazers. The shoulders fit really well, the length is good, and on the arms as well. And I don't know, I just think it's a very flattering blazer, especially if you're a more petite girl. On taller girls, this will probably be a little bit more cropped, obviously. But either way, I just think the fit of this blazer really suits girls who are not super tall. I also think this blazer just looks very expensive. It's 63% wool, which is a nice amount. And there's just something about a good wool blazer that I think makes any outfit look a lot more polished and a lot more expensive and fancy. This jacket is actually in the current Choose What You Pay sale that Everlane is doing, so if you're interested, I think now is a good time to check it out, and I'll have it linked down below. I also think it's a great transitional piece, whether you're in spring like I am, or if you're in fall and autumn. The next piece is this corduroy jacket. So Everlane released this in a couple of different colors. I've seen the pink one go around as well, and stunning. But I picked the white one just to be a little bit more versatile, and I know I don't have many short crop jackets. So far, I've really liked styling this. I think it just has a very nice, minimal aesthetic. I think this is especially a jacket that works for both spring and autumn. I also think this fits quite well. Sleeves are not too long. Length is good on me as a more petite girl. I do like the pocket, so it has two pockets here and then another one at the chest. I also think when you button it all up, it gives a very different kind of look, which I appreciate. So, buttoned up, it will look something like this. This is made from 99% cotton and 1% elastane. So I actually have two trench coats to show you. One is their classic oversized trench, and one is their new MAC coat, which I guess is not technically a trench, but it looks kind of like a version of it. I've had this coat for about 3 years, if memory serves me right. And it's one of my very, very first pieces from Everlane. I wear a trench coat pretty much all year round, especially when the weather is not too good. And I just think it's such an elegant piece. I will always be a classic trench kind of girl, so I do prefer the oversized jacket to the MAC coat. And I've definitely worn this one a lot more as well. So as you can see, it fits me quite well, but I will say the sleeves I've had tailored, so I probably got a good 5 centimeters off it, so it fit me a little bit better. I very much enjoy a tie at the waist. I just think it makes it so much more flattering. It also adds, I think the belt also adds a more effortless kind of vibe, which I like. There's a couple of stains on mine just because I haven't babied this jacket at all, and I've worn it in the rain and just in a lot of poor weather conditions. But even then, I'm very happy with how it's held up. I think it's still in beautiful condition, and it's one of those jackets I will always love and will always have. I've seen a lot of trench coats, and I looked for a long time before getting this one, and honestly, I think it's one of the better ones out there. So here is the MAC coat, and I don't wear this one as much, but I still like it for certain kind of looks. I think the other trench coat is obviously more classic, but this one just is a little bit more minimal. There's less to it, which is also quite nice. Just a row of buttons, and that's it really. It has a fairly, I think, straight fit, large pockets. At the neckline, there is like a little flap that kind of goes across. But other than that detail, I really don't think there's much else. It's a very good jacket, and it comes in like a plaid as well as a darker color. If you're not much of a trench person and you still want a lighter coat for the transitional period, I think the matte coat is a really easy, good coat that you can look into. The trench coat is actually completely lined inside, so you don't have to worry about that. I believe the older versions are not. And the matte coat is actually half lined, if that bothers you, but it really does not bother me at all. Okay, so the next piece is my black oversized blazer, and I actually have excessively 3 blazers in this style because I was such a fan of this one. This is definitely still my most worn. I don't wear these 2 as much, but I thought I would show you anyway. So this blazer is really beautiful in terms of its construction. It's 95% wool and 5% elastane. It's typical like tailoring material, so it feels like a suit jacket. And it's kind of just the perfect weight to be able to wear it in the transitional season. It looks something like this. I really like how oversized it is. It's probably not meant to be for more petite girls like me, but I just love the way it looks. And it's actually one of my most worn jackets. I love to wear it with denim, but equally I just love the way that it makes like a girly dress a little bit more kind of masculine and effortless as well. I'll just show you why I like it more than the other 2. I think the 95% wool is a lot nicer than this material. This is 63% wool, and there's a bit of nylon and elastane in it as well. And it's very nice, just not nearly as high quality, I think, as the black one. This one to me feels a little bit more like a light wool coat, so it's definitely like a heavier fabric, in my opinion. And because of that, I do feel like it looks a bit more boxy, so the shoulders are a little bit more padded than the black one, or maybe the fabric of it makes it feel that way, but there's just something about this that to me looks a little bit more boxy and a little bit less like, I don't know, elegant. I actually have a blog post review on these 3 jackets, and it's actually one of my more popular post topics, so I'll link that down below if you want to know any more information about these. If you're in springtime, I think this one will be a really good one for you. This is a cotton linen blazer, and it's more or less exactly the same shape and style. Of course, being cotton linen, it has a very different look. So this jacket is 40% linen, 38% lyocell, and 22% cotton. So because it has the lyocell and cotton, I think it makes it a little bit more wrinkle resistant. So even though it has that linen and it looks relaxed, it doesn't look too creased at the end of the day, which I appreciate. For a summer jacket, I think this is very, very cute. Okay, this is the Everlane Cocoon coat, and I received this from their team last year as part of the Choose What You Pay sale. It's this beautiful lilac color. I don't think they still do this color, but they have it in black, in camel, in grey, and I think in like a plaid. And the shape of this coat is very nice. It's quite a loud color, and it's very like spring-like in terms of the lilac. But I've gotten quite a bit of wear it in winter because it's just so different and quite unique. The shape of it is still very classic, so if you're thinking about like a black or camel version, I do think it's a very good classic coat. It reaches just above like my knee for me, or just at the knee for me, and the quality is very, very thick. It feels like a very structured coat, so there's quite a bit of shape to it, which I like. It's 66% wool, 26% nylon, and 6% other fibers. I think I personally have a preference for longer coats. Like, I always love something that comes to like mid-calf, and I can just wrap around and super like warm and like a blanket. But if you want something that for work or to look more polished, I think this is a really good length coat. I don't have any of their like wool knits actually, they're chunkier wool knits, But there is one particular one that I think is just absolutely stunning. It's the alpaca knit with like the big buttons. And very reminiscent of some of the knits I like from Cezanne and from other brands. But it's gorgeous, and I might be picking that up when I go to Europe later in the year. But in the meantime, I have two cotton knits to share with you. This is 73% cotton and 27% nylon. I've worn this quite a lot, and I really like the shape of this knit. I think it's really easy for cotton knits that are really chunky to look a bit frumpy. So I think the ribbing here and the ribbing here really adds some shape and structure and makes it look a lot fancier and nicer as well. I don't often say this about knits, but I think this is a very like figure flattering knit. Because it's a little bit shorter and it's quite a cropped fit, you can actually wear it not tucked in, which I appreciate. And also if you're layering it on top of like a dress like this, it gives it a nice kind of look. It's not too long, and it also gives it your body a bit of shape. So I'm very happy with this knit, and it's a beautiful color, and if you're looking for a cotton knit, I would say this is a really good one to go for. This knit is actually very chunky and very warm. And then this white version I got probably about this time last year. When I got it, I featured it in a couple of videos, but I haven't worn it too much then. I don't reach for this as much as I could, just because for me this is definitely more of like a winter knit. Because even though it's cotton, it's very thick, and I would love to have worn this with cute little summer dresses and spring dresses as a bit of a cover-up, but because it's so chunky, it's solely like a piece I wear in the winter with a lot of denim and trousers. But if you're in the autumn time, or if you live in a slightly colder climate and you still want to wear like cute dresses, I think this will be a really nice one to pair. Okay, so the next three pieces are some of my like all-time Everlane classics. They are their Cashmere knits. I have three here to show you that are a little bit different from the ones I normally talk about, just to change it up a little bit. But I'd probably share this one the most. It's just a typical crew neck, which will always be, I think, some of my favorites. I love this one, and I also like the mock neck style as well. But recently they launched this one, which I think is fast becoming one of my favorites. It has more of a balloon sleeve, and I'll link like a video clip of it. But it has more of a balloon sleeve, which I think is very cute, and it just gives it a slightly nicer shape. And I also have a lilac one with a bit of a V-neck, a really bold color, and it kind of matches the coat. I think it was probably in the same period that they launched it, and I really like this one because the color is unique, and the shape of it is also just kind of very flattering with the V-neck. Always a classic, and I always love these. Alright, so I'm going to change into this, but this is the silk shirred top. Okay, so this is what the shirred silk shirt looks like. It's in this like stone beige color, and I really like the shape of the sleeves and the fact that it's not too long. I don't know, it's just very easy to style, whereas with an oversized silk shirt, I feel like there's a lot of tucking involved, and I couldn't wear it like out. It looks a little bit too long on me. So I appreciate the fact that this fits a little bit better. There's not too much to say. I normally get this dry cleaned, or else I wash it in cold water and then steam it afterwards. And so far so good. Like any light colored silk, it's a little bit sheer. But I also have the black one, and that's also quite opaque. So yes, a little bit sheer, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Especially if you wear like a nude bra. Currently have a grey one on, which I think is a little bit more obvious. But with a nude bra, I think it's fine. I wear this mostly for work, but every so often I'll style it with like a midi skirt or something for a casual look as well. Okay, so these trousers are the cargo pants from Everlane, and they're by far my favourite trousers from the brand. They are so gorgeous. I love how effortless they are. I love that they're super high-waisted, so it makes your waist look quite small, but the legs are quite structured and wide. And I really think these are super flattering, especially if you have like a bit of a heel on. I don't, but especially with a heel on, I think it looks really good. I really like the pockets here. I think they give it a really effortless, casual vibe, like very true to the cargo style. And yeah, not much more to say. I really like the color as well. Quite light, quite easygoing. These are just really great pants. I would love to wear them more in the summertime. They're a cotton material, they're not too thick, and I think with like a white cami, the way I styled it in like a summer lookbook, I really like that aesthetic and super excited to wear these more. So the next pair of trousers are these chinos, and I've worn them a couple of times. I don't reach for them a lot, but let's see. So these chinos I really like. I think they look really nice on, very flattering. The material is quite a thick, sturdy material without it being too thick and suffocating either. So yeah, really flattering. I don't wear these a ton, but I'd love to style them a little bit more this summer and transitional period. And then I just have two more bottoms to share with you. I have these corduroy trousers as well as these cheeky, rigid denim jeans. So in terms of Everlane denim, and there's a lot of styles out there, I've kind of been sent a lot of them, so I've tried, I think, most of the styles. And this rigid, cheeky jean is by far my favorite. I think I definitely could have gone with a size down, although actually it does fit me pretty well. I just think the waist is slightly big. I think it may be a size down, but I still really love the way these look. I like the shape of the leg and the fact that it's a bit baggy. And I also just think it's quite flattering overall. And because it's quite rigid, it feels like a really solid pair of jeans that will last. I just feel like a lot of stretch jeans don't last very long, but these just feel like they would last me for ages. I probably had these for about a year. Whenever they first released, probably about a year. And so far, they are really good. I've washed them quite a few times and still looking really good. Every time I wash them, they feel really rigid again. And they kind of slowly stretch and then go back. So, very happy with these, and a white pair of jeans is really fun to style. And if I was to ever get them in a blue wash or a darker wash, I would try to go a little bit a size down and see how that fits. Okay, lucky last pair of pants are these corduroy trousers. So as you can see, the length of it is actually perfect for me, as a little bit of a cropped length. And that's because I did get these tailored. They were quite long and I had to fold them up, and I just really thought that didn't look very good. So I did get these tailored, and I think they fit really nicely now, and I wear them a lot more. So they're a bit of like a navy corduroy, and I love the wide leg as usual. I always like a trouser with a bit of a wide leg. And they're really comfortable, so these corduroy trousers are just so easy to wear. It's also such a fall winter kind of fabric, which makes it a bit of like a no-brainer in the winter time. So if you like corduroy and you want something comfortable, I think these trousers are really good. If you're petite, you will have to tailor them, I think. But on the other hand, if you're taller, these might also be quite good for you. Okay, so now I have 3 pairs of shoes to show you, and then we're done. Recently I was sent these pointy toe boots, and I've worn them a couple of times, and they're such a lovely style. So as you can see, it has like a bit of a small kitten heel, and then it's very, very pointed at the front. And for me, these are slightly reminiscent of some like really trendy shoes right now. And I have a pair of by far ones in mind. I think they do quite a similar style. Everlane shoe quality has always been really good for me. Like the leather is really like plushy and soft, and it's also quite a stylish shoe. So I've worn this a couple of times with different trousers, and I think it's very nice. It's the kind of boot that I would like to wear for work or for more polished events. I think with a pair of trousers and these boots, it'll be such a really chic work outfit. On the other hand, I have a pair of really kind of unique, quirky boots. So these are like a sock boot. I don't know what they call it, but it's like a ribbed material. So I wore it with my my cargo pants, and I really like that with crop pants you can see a little bit of your ankle, and it's in like that sock boot style, which is quite flattering. I think the key to styling these for me is to wear them with slightly cropped pants so you can see like the boot detail. I wouldn't wear them with longer pants and just have this showing because I feel like that looks a bit awkward. But with shorter pants, with cropped pants, I think these look really cute. And I will keep the rest of my outfit very minimal when I'm wearing these. And another pair of shoes from a few months ago are these kind of like croc effect, what do you call it, square-toed shoes? I'll put the name down below, but there are these brown shoes with like a croc effect and a round heel. So see how the heel is round, but the toe is quite squared? I think with work outfits, it really elevates it and gives it a cute little touch. It's also a lot dressier than normal flats, which I really like. So these have been a nice addition to my wardrobe and I've worn them a ton. So I think that is all. I have been speaking for absolute ages and I'm going to go edit this down to a reasonable length, but otherwise I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing some of these pieces. It's been a while since I've spoken about the brand, so I feel like it was very much due for an update. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!